Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about digital signal processing subject, previous examination question paper, unit 1, questions and explanation. That is April 2018 question paper. First, we are going to discuss about short answer questions. In this year, April 2018, the short answer questions are: question number 1A is, show that del of n is equal u of n minus u of n minus 1. So we know that the discrete time unit step sequence, the discrete time unit step signal or unit step sequence is given by or defined as u of n is equal to 1, u of n is equal to 1 for n greater than or equal to 0, and u of n is equal to 0 for n less than 0. N greater than or equal to 0 means n is equal to 0 to infinity. The value of the unit step sequence is 1. Now here discrete time, the strength of the signals are represented by impulses. And n less than 0 mean negative values of n. U of n is equal to 0. So show that impulse function del of n is equal to u of n minus 1, and this is the graphical representation of the u of n. Next, draw the graphical representation of u of n minus 1. U of n minus 1 is the shifted unit step sequence. Shifted unit step sequence. So according to definition of the unit step sequence, u of n is equal to 1 from u of n is equal to 1 for n greater than or equal to 0. Okay, using that definition, calculate u of n minus 1. U of n minus 1 is equal to 1 for n minus 1 greater than or equal to 0, n greater than or equal to 1. So n greater than or equal to 1 mean n is equal to 1 to infinity, u of n minus 1 is equal to 1. So this is the graphical representation of u of n minus 1. N is equal to 1 to infinity. The step sequence value u of n minus 1 value is 1, and n less than 1 u of n minus 1 is 0. This is the graphical representation of u of n minus 1. And now subtract u of n minus 1 sequence from u of n sequence. Now subtract the sequence u of n minus 1 from u of n. Now here from the unit step sequence n is equal to 0 to infinity. The strength value is 1. Now here n is equal to 1 to infinity. The strength value is 1. And subtracting this sequence minus this sequence for n is equal to 1 to infinity is n is equal to 1 to infinity is also 0. So therefore, the impulse u of n minus n is existing only at n is equal to 0. So this is the graphical representation of subtraction of u of n minus 1 from u of n sequence. So what is this graphical representation? This is the graphical representation of the unit impulse sequence, that is del of n. So u of n minus 1 is del of n. And question number 1b, find the Z transform f of n is equal n square u of n. So the given sequence is f of n is equal n square u of n, but we know that the Z transform of n square u of a power Z transform of n square a square u of n is az into z plus a z minus a whole cube. Z transform of n square a square u of n is jz into z plus a by z minus a whole cube. Now here given sequence n square u of n is also written as n square u of n is also written as this sequence is also written as n square into 1 square into u of n. Now we are comparing given sequence into this sequence n is equal to a. So therefore, the Z transform of n square u of n is equal 1 into z plus a by z minus 1 whole cube. A is equal to 1. A is equal to 1. So Z transform of n square u of n is z into z plus 1 by z minus 1 whole cube. That is equal Z transform of f of n is f of z. So these two are the short answer questions in the year April 2018. So next coming to the essay type questions. Question number 2a. An LTI system is characterized by an impulse response h of n is equal 3 by 4 whole to the power of n u of n. Find the step response of the system. Also evaluate the output of the system at n is equal to plus or minus 5. So given that the given sequence h of n is equal 3 by 4 whole to the power of u of n, determine impulse response of an LTI system. Determine an LTI system. So calculate the step response of the system. So we know that the step response of the system is given by or defined as S of n is equal h of n into u of n. So given that the impulse response h of n is equal 3 by 4 whole to the power of n u of n, and substitute h of n value into step response of the system equation, we get S of n is equal 3 by 4 whole to the power of n u of n convolution u of n. So we know that the convolution between two sequences, x of n and h of n are the two sequences. The convolution between two sequences is given by or defined as x of n convolution h of n is equal sigma k is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of k into h of n minus k. So this is the definition of convolution between two sequences. Now here in the step response equation, on the RHS side of this equation, u of n convolution u of n. So using the definition of the convolution, the RHS term of the above equation is written as S of n is equal sigma k is equal to minus infinity to infinity 3 power k into u of n minus k. So that is considered equation 1. What is u of k? U of k is the unit step sequence and u of n minus k is also unit step sequence. According to definition of the unit step sequence, u of k is equal to 1 for k greater than or equal to 0, and u of n minus k is equal to 1 for n minus k greater than or equal to 0, n greater than or equal to k, or k less than or equal to 1. So from these two u of k and u of n minus k terms, the range of the k is now here 0 less than or equal to k, here k less than or equal to n. So therefore from these two ranges, the range of the k is 0 less than or equal k less than or equal to n. So the range of the k is 0 to n. So therefore the step response h of n is equal sigma k is equal to 0 to n 3 by 4 whole to the power of k. U of k value is 1, u of n minus k value is 1. So we know that sigma k is equal to 0 to n a power n is 1 minus a power n plus 1 by 1 minus k. Using this expression, sigma k is equal to 0 to n 3 by 4 whole to the power of k is 1 minus 3 by 4 whole to the power of n plus 1 by 1 minus 3 by 4. So that is equal, reducing the RHS term, we get 4 into 1 minus 3 by 4 whole to the power of n plus 1. And also calculate the step response that n is equal to plus or minus 5. In this equation, substitute n is equal to plus 5, we get the step response is 3.288. and at n is equal to minus 5, s of n is equal to 17. Next, coming to question number 2b. Consider a discrete time system characterized by the following input and output relationship. Y of n is equal x of n minus 2 minus 2x of n minus 17. Determine whether the system is memoryless, time invariant, linear, causal, and stable. Okay, so the given difference equation y of n is x of n minus 2 minus 2 x of n minus 17. Calculate whether the given system is memoryless, time invariant, linear, causal, and stability. So given difference equation x of n minus 2 x of n minus 17, first check if the given system is static system or dynamic system. Static system is also called as a memoryless system. So what is the condition of the static system or the memoryless system? If the output of the system at any time depends upon the only present values of input, but not depends upon past and future values of the input, So now here in this equation, substitute different values of n is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity. For all values of n, the output of the system is always depends upon the only present samples of the input, as the given system is said to be a static system or memoryless system. Otherwise, it is said to be dynamic system. So now substitute n is equal to 0, then y of 0 is equal to x of minus 2. Now here output of the system depends on the past values of the input, so the static condition is not satisfied. Next substitute n is equal to 1, then y of n is equal x of minus 1 minus 2 x of minus 16. Now here the output of the system is depends on past values of the input. N is equal to minus 1, then y of minus 1 is equal to x of minus 3 to x of minus 18. Here also the output of the system depends on past values of the input. So for all values of n, the output depends on past values of the input, as the given system is dynamic system. Hence the given system is the dynamic system. Next, check it time variant or time invariant system. So this is the given difference equation. The condition of the time invariant system is y of n comma k is equal to y of n minus k. If this condition is satisfied, as the given system is time invariant system, otherwise it is said to be time variant system. So first, the input sequence is delayed by k samples. In this case, the output of the system is denoted by y of n comma k. So that is equal, input to the system is shifted by or delayed by k times. So x of n minus 2 minus k minus 2 x of n minus 17 minus k. That is considered as equation 1. And the output of the system is also delayed by same amount of the time, that is k samples. In this case, the output is denoted by y of n minus k. Y of n minus k can be calculated in the given sequence. In the given sequence, n is replaced by n minus k, we get y of n minus k. In the given sequence, small n is substituted by n minus k, we get y of n minus k is equal to x of n minus k minus 2 x of n minus k minus 17. That is considered as equation 2. So comparing equation 1 and equation 2, we get y of n comma k is equal to y of n minus k. So the time invariant condition is satisfied, as the given system is time invariant system. Next, check it linear or non-linear. Linearity of the given system. So given that y of n is equal x of n minus 2 x of n minus 17. So let us consider two systems, and the first system input is x1 of n, then its corresponding output is y of n. And consider the second system and its input is x2 of n and its corresponding output is y2 of n. Similarly, consider third system and the third system is linear combination of x1 of n and x2 of n, that is x3 of n is equal a x1 of n plus b x2 of n. Then its corresponding output is linear combination of the output signals, that is a y1 of n plus b y2 of n. So what is the linearity statement? The transformation of a x1 of n plus b x2 of n is equal a y1 of n plus b y2 of n. If that condition is satisfied and the given system is said to be linear, otherwise it is said to be non-linear. Okay, so let x1 of n and x2 of n are the two inputs, then its corresponding outputs are y1 of n is equal x1 of n minus 1 minus 2 x1 of n minus 17, and the second system output is y2 of n is equal x2 of n minus 2 minus 2 x2 of n minus 17. Let x3 of 3 is the linear combination of x1 of n and x2 of n, that is a x1 of n plus b x2 of n. Similarly, x3 of n is an input to the system, then its corresponding output is y3 of n is equal x3 of n minus 2 x3 of n minus 17. But x3 of n is equal a x1 of n plus b x2 of n, and x3 of n minus 2 is a x1 of n minus 2 plus b x2 of n minus 2, and substitute x3 of n minus 2 value here, we get y3 of n is equal a x1 of n minus 2 plus b x2 of n minus 2 minus 2 a x1 of n minus 17 plus b x2 of n minus 17, that is equal, in this term and in this term a is the common, a into x1 of n minus 2 minus 2 x1 of n minus 17, plus in this term and in this term x2 of n minus b is the common, b into x2 of n minus 2 minus 2 x2 of n minus 17. That is considered as equation 1. Now calculate y3 of n is equal a y1 of n plus b y2 of n. But y1 of n is equal, the y1 of n and y2 of n value is already calculated. So what are the y1 of n and y2 of n? And this is the value of y1 of n and y2 of n. And substitute y1 of n and y2 of n values into this equation, we get a x1 of n minus 2 x1 of n minus 17 plus b into y2 of n, b x2 of n minus 2 x2 of n minus 17, that is considered as equation 2. Comparing equations 1 and 2, we get transformation of a x1 of n plus b x2 of n is equal a y1 of n plus b y2 of n. The principle of the superposition is satisfied. Hence, the given system is a linear system. Next, equate causality system. And this is the given difference equation. What is the statement of the causality? If the output of the system at any time depends upon present and past values of the input, but not depends upon the future values of the input. So if this condition is satisfied, and the given system is said to be causal system. Otherwise, it is said to be non-causal system. How to prove that? How to prove? In this equation, substitute different values of n is equal to minus infinity to infinity. First substitute n is equal to 0, then y of 0 is equal x of minus 2 x of minus 17. In this case, the output of the system depends on past values of the input. The condition is satisfied. Next substitute n is equal to 1, then y of n is equal x of minus 1 2 x of minus 16. Here also, the output of the system depends on past values of the input. The causal condition is satisfied. Next substitute n is equal to minus 1, then y of minus 1 is equal x of minus 3 2 x of minus 18. Here also, the output of the system depends on past values of the input. The causal system condition is satisfied. Hence, for all values of n, the output of the system depends on past values of the input. Hence, the given system is causal system. Hence, the given system is causal system. Next, check it stability. And this is the given difference equation. So the condition of the stability is sigma k is equal to minus infinity to infinity magnitude of h of k less than infinity, or sigma n is equal to minus infinity to infinity magnitude of h n less than infinity. If this condition is satisfied, as the given system is said to be stable system, otherwise it is said to be unstable system. Now coming to the solution, if x of n is del of n, if x of n is considered as a unit impulse sequence del of n, then the impulse response of the system y of n is equal to h of n. Substitute x of n is equal to del of n and y of n is equal to h of n into given equation, then the impulse response h of n is equal del of n minus 2 del of n minus 17. So in this equation, substitute n is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity. Find out h of minus infinity to plus h of minus infinity to. Next substitute n is equal to 2, then h of 2 is equal to 1. And next substitute n is equal to 3, then h of 3 is equal to 0. So next substitute n is equal to 0, then h of 0 is equal to 0. Next n is equal to minus 1, h of minus 1 is 0. So therefore, sigma k is equal to, or n is equal to minus infinity to infinity magnitude of h of n. Expand that equation, h of minus infinity plus infinity. Substitute all the h of minus infinity to and h of plus infinity values here. We get sigma n is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity magnitude of h of n is 1 is 2. So 2 is the less than infinity. So sigma n is equal to minus infinity to infinity is equal to 2 is the less than infinity. So which is the finite value. Hence the given system is the stable system. Next, coming to question number 3a. Given difference equation y of n is equal b square y of n minus 2 is equal to 0 for n greater than or equal to 0 and magnitude of b less than 1 with initial conditions y of minus 1 is equal to 0 and y of minus 2 is equal to minus 1. Show that y of n is equal b power n plus 2 cos of n pi by 2. So given difference equation, y of n is equal y of n plus b square y of n minus 2 is equal to 0. And also given that initial conditions y of minus 1 is equal to 0 and y of minus 2 is equal to minus 1. So we know that z transform of x of n minus 2 is x of minus 2 plus x of minus 1 z power minus 1 plus z power minus 2 x of z. Applying the z transform on both sides into given difference equation, we get z transform of LHS term is equal z transform of RHS term. So z transform of y of n is y of z and b square is constant. Z transform of y of n minus 2 is y of minus 2 plus y of minus 1 z power minus 1 plus z power minus 2 y of z is equal to 0. Now applying the given data initial conditions, y of minus 2 is minus 1 and y of minus 1 is 0. So therefore, y of z plus b square into minus 1 plus z power minus 2 y of z. And reducing this, simplifying this expression, we get y of z is equal b square by 1 plus b square z power minus 2. So we know that z transform of cos of n pi by 2 is z square by z square plus 1. And y of z value is already calculated, that is b square by 1 plus b square z power minus 2. So taking inverse z transform on both sides, we get z transform of y of z is y of n and z transform of RHS term is b power n plus 2 cos of n pi by 2. Next question number 3b. Find the Z transform of the sequence f of n defined below. F of n is equal to 3 power n for n less than 0, and f of n is equal to 1 by 3 whole to the power of n for n is equal to 0 to 0, 2, 4 even values of n, and f of n is equal to 1 by 2 whole to the power of n for n is equal to 1, 3, 5 and odd values of n. Calculate the Z transform of the given sequence. So we know that the Z transform of x of n is x of z, that is equal to sigma n is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of n into z power minus n, z power minus n. So what is the first given sequence f of n for n less than 0? N less than 0 means n is equal to minus infinity to minus 1. Now here what is f of n value? 3 power n into z power minus 1. Next n is equal to 0 to infinity 1 by 3 whole to the power of n z power minus 1 plus n is equal to 0 to infinity 1 by 2 whole to the power of n z power minus n. And from the given sequence for even values of n, so that is p is equal to n is equal so even values of n is equal to 2p, and odd values of n is equal to 2q plus 1. So applying even values and odd values of the condition into the above equation, p is equal to 0 to infinity 1 by 3 whole to the power of 2p z power minus 2p, and odd values of n, sigma q is equal to 0 to infinity 1 by 2 whole to the power of 2q plus 1 into z power minus 1. So that is equal, reducing the above equation, we get. So now we have the first term applying sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity a power n is 1 by 1 minus a. Now here n is equal to 0 missing. So because of that, in the first term adding n is equal to 0 term and subtracting n is equal to 0 term, and the same process applying the second term and third term. We know that sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity a power n is 1 by 1 minus a. Using applying that expression into above equation, we get this is the equation, and reducing that value, we get finally we get the transform of the given sequence.